Did this man fall in love with an AI? Israel has sent his whole income tax check after being promised to see 10 times his investment by a woman he fell in love with online. But
No. Nah, man. You serious? Bro.
when our team looked at the images that Israel received, we saw something that we've never seen on our show before. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of this.
Real quick, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your comment and like could help stop someone from being
These
scammed.
men going outside.
Let's get into it.
Alright, well, my name is Israel. I'm from New Mexico. I'm a truck driver. I've never been married. I've lived an interesting life. I have a checkered past. I was incarcerated for almost 6 years, and that time that I did was really a wake-up call. It's taken me a long time to get to where I'm at. I successfully completed my probation. I mean, I went to electrical school. I went to truck driving school. I mean, I'm a free man. Nothing that's over me. It's the person who I feel God has wanted me to be. My hobbies would be, I like to go motorcycle riding. I work out, I go to the gym, I try to eat right. I'm very active with my congregation. We build each other up spiritually. We have barbecues with one another. We invite one another over for dinner. That's about it about me. My thinking on relationships today are 180 degrees different compared to my thinking on relationships from my past. Now that
I'm going to start off and say this. I salute this man for changing his life for the better. You know, not a lot of people wake up and see the life that they are living is not right. But this man changed his life, so I got to give this man his props.
my spirituality has taken root, I'm looking for quality, and I'm not settling for less. I'm looking for my last relationship.
Israel was on the hunt to find a connection with a woman, but what he didn't know is that she would find him.
How I met Emily was like I would get these random texts on my phone number, my regular text message box. Hey, how's it going? And I'm like, who's this? Oh, I thought you were so and so, calling me by a different person's name. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, you got the wrong number. Oh, well, who are you? What's your name? You seem like a nice guy. And she's like, why don't we go on Telegram? I'm like, sure. We did a few video chats, but she has broken English. So I feel the reason why we don't do a lot more video chats is because I think she communicates better by typing. Well, when we first started talking, she seemed like she was really trying to impress me. And I was impressed. She told me she went to Columbia University. She said she got a master's degree. She told me she's a district manager for Eeryt women's clothing store in Manhattan. She gave me her address. She lives in an apartment building in Manhattan. She's also an investor, and she's really into finance, and she reads a lot.
Israel and Emily would chat every day. They talked all day in through the night. The two would share countless photos and videos of each other to give updates on how their day was going.
I even told her about my the time that I spent in prison, and she didn't hold that against me. And I had even told her, I'm like, yeah, this was something that I was afraid to tell you because I figured it would scare you away. And she's like, no, she's like, I'm actually proud of you because you turned your life around. And I was like, wow, thanks, I appreciate that, because it's taken me a lot of work to get to who I was to who I am today. Okay, she told me she's 5'5". She has a small waist. She has an ivory complexion. She has long hair. She is fashionable with all caps. She's classy. She's not provocative. If I had a list of things that I wanted in a woman, she would hit 9 out of 10. She's Buddhist and I'm a Christian, but she says she loves learning. And so we've talked about the Bible, the Christian Bible, and she's very knowledgeable. I asked her some questions only a person that has read the Bible would know, and she answered them pretty accurately.
Dang, that explains why this woman is an AI.
Which blew my mind, you know. She's beautiful. I tell her in a million different words how gorgeous she is. and she makes me feel the same way. She tells me I'm handsome. She tells me so many things to make me feel good about myself. She calls me honey all the time, honey, and I call her everything in the book: sweetheart, baby doll, my love. I would say that I could fall in love with her if I knew she was genuine, 100%. Okay, one time I had asked her, I don't know who you are, and I'm actually scared to even be talking to you. I need you to send me your ID because I don't know if you're 16 or 60.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because all I need is the federal rangers come knocking down my door, putting me in handcuffs because I'm talking to a minor. Well, she sent me her driver's license. And I mean, I don't know if it's a fake or if it's real, but I mean, it's a New York City, New York State driver's license.
Hey, me personally, I'm not sending my driver's license to no woman I just met. You not getting my driver's license. You might try to take my identity. Heck no.
Reason why I need y'all's help is because I got involved in Bitcoin trading with her. I was even hesitant because she had asked me so many times to do this because it'd be extra income for me. Because I've told her about my goals, that I'm trying to eventually be debt free so I can have more freedom.
Emily claimed to be a successful Bitcoin trader living in New York. She helped Israel open up his first Bitcoin wallet by sending screenshots on how to download and set it up. In no time, Israel was ready to begin his first investment.
The first investment, she's like, yeah, let's do something small, and then I'll show you how to withdraw it and then deposit it back in your checking account. Well, we did that, and then like when the 3,000 turned into 5,000, the 5,000 turned into 10,000, 10,000 turned to 15,000. I'm like, hey, let me pull out some money so I can pay off my motorcycle. She's like, no, keep it in there. Wait, just wait. And then it turned into 30,000. And this happened over a few weeks duration. And so I'm like, all right, well, let me withdraw 5,000. I'll keep the rest in there so we can invest later, because that's what I needed to pay off my bike. Well, the BitGo app said, we got an alert. We need you to deposit $4,999 in order to verify your wallet address.
What?
I'm like, what? Why should I have to put in money to get money? That's like the biggest scam in the book.
Exactly.
But throughout all that, from the time that we started talking and up until today, like she never asked me for money directly. She's never asked me to send her money. This is where I was like, okay, this is what's going to tell me if this is genuine or not. Because she's going to keep on asking me to come up with this money, which she has, but she hasn't.
After Israel reached out to us, we collected everything we could on this website and Emily. He was able to send us her ID, the company she claimed she worked for, the website he invested into, and tons of photos and videos of this woman in these images. We started by running reverse image searches on Emily's photos, and after several failed attempts to find out who she is, it left us confused. But things began to become a little more clear when we took a closer look at the images that she had been sending to Israel. Stick around until the end. We'll break down everything that we found out about Emily, and we'll even break down how scammers are using AI.
Good to see y'all.
Yeah, good to see you.
We're like Israel.
Yeah.
We know everything about your story. We know everything. I
Okay.
know how she reached out to you. I know how you got into this. I know why you got into this. We've sent all of our interviews to this team. They've ran all of them back. They've pulled all the information. We just have like a few more questions for you.
So, you know, when she shared with you that you can invest money, at any point was it tempting for you to see that money in the account?
Yes. I told her, listen, now it's time for me to withdraw, because the whole point of me investing was to pay off my bike, pay off my truck, pay off my credit cards so I could be debt free. I'm like, well, now let's make a withdrawal so I could put this towards my bike because that's what I owed on it.
Just have a quick question. At any point when you were when you were sending funds and you were watching the funds go into the account, right? At any point, did Emily ever have you take funds out? Did you ever receive money back?
Well, that was the very, very initial thing.
Oh,
That
okay.
that was the worm. That was the worm on the hook where she got me because at first when she's all, yeah, just try it and I'll show you how easy it is. And we did it with $100, and I'm like made $120 off of it. And then she showed me how to redeposit it back into my checking account.
Well, we have a lot to go over, Israel,
Yeah.
but Brianne, let's jump into the searches.
Yeah, for sure. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you about is the New York State driver's license that Emily sent to you. What was
Yeah.
just a quick run through, what was the story behind that? Why would she send you her driver's license?
I mean, I have a criminal record, and I'm very leery of cops, federal agents, all that stuff. And so I have told her, I don't know if you're 16 or if you're 60. Show me some proof of ID because I don't want the feds banging on my door telling me that I'm talking to a minor. And so she did. And I mean, the age matched up and everything looked legit.
Yeah. So when we got the image, it looked a little off. So we ran a reverse image search and we were able to find the same exact New York State driver's license, but a template version. And so basically all of the numbers match from this template to Emily's. And so, as you know, a driver's license is unique and has your own number that stays with you your entire life. Why would there be the same exact number on a full state? Sample driver's license.
Okay, so I get what you're saying, and you know what kind of like blew my mind was she didn't ask for mine back.
You know what? We'll share this image with you, but the sample driver's license has a name Catherine on it. It's a sample made up name.
Yeah, like a Jane Doe.
Jane Doe. So it's Catherine. Emily didn't even bother taking out the name Catherine underneath her image.
Really? I didn't see that. I'm gonna have to blow that up again. Really?
We'll blow it up for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought I looked at that license pretty close.
So she kind of opened up to you about her life and where she worked, where she lived, some of her family members. One of the things was the company that her and her uncle worked at.
Eeryt clothing store for women.
Correct. So my question to you is, with all these red flags that you had ringing off in your head, you saw the red arrow, you kind of were a little weird about her not asking you for your license. How come you never called that company to see if they worked there?
I mean, I wanted to call. I looked it up. I researched. I mean, I checked locations. I did some, and then I kind of like felt guilty too. I'm like, do I really need to be investigating this woman? I mean, she seems pretty real and sincere. I mean, like, she seems educated. She seems, kind. Like, am I tripping? And so I kind of like disregarded looking further into the Eeryt.
And briefly break down to me how her and her uncle are a part of this company.
Her uncle is like a major shareholder. I guess he's part of the board of directors or something. But like this girl, she got her master's degree in business. She knows what she's doing. She's a director for this clothing store. It was impressive, right? And it was just like, man, I could learn from this woman. I could learn a lot. She could teach me a lot. So my mind was trying to absorb everything she was bringing to the table.
Israel, we were able to pull the business employee directory, and we don't see Emily's name at all.
Like, I already feel like I said, I'm like 99% feel like I got bamboozled, but I'm holding on to that 1% that maybe there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Hey, man, you just said 99% you feel like you've been bamboozled, 1% you hold on for dear life. Which percentage is higher, 99 or 1%? You got to go with the 99%. If more than half of your mind is telling you this woman is probably a catfish or AI or whatnot, go with that. Don't go with the 1%. Follow your heart. Follow your intuition, because you see what it led to you in this situation. You got scammed.
Still, right now, you're holding on to 1% right now.
I'm still holding on to 1%.
Well, you mentioned that you were aware that she wasn't on the business directory. Did you ever confront her about that?
No, because like when she would just send me photos of her in her office all the time, like she would send me photos of 2 locations, her bedroom and her office.
So Israel, we just told you that the ID is fake. Her name's not on the registry for this business. Why are you still holding on to the 1% right now?
Driver's license?
That 1% is starting to diminish.
Okay, good.
I mean, for me, it's like I want the truth, and I'll do anything to get the truth.
We got the truth. You ready for it?
Yeah.
These next few pieces of information that we have are eye-popping, and they will lead you down the path of the truth that you want. And man, let's just jump into these. But for almost, I think we've been doing these videos now for about 3 years. Our search team wasn't able to find this woman in these images.
When we run images through reverse image search tools, we're looking to find the same exact image somewhere throughout the internet, whether it be social media account or a dating site. And in this case, there were no matches. And we noticed that the images all seem to be altered in some form. Some of them seem to have filters, and then also we noticed that the head and the body don't match. There's an image of her, she's standing in front of a car and there's no shadow. I mean, the image of her doesn't even match the background of the image.
Oh, in front of the Mercedes, her Mercedes.
And then if you look at her feet,
Mercedes.
if you look at her feet, she's like almost like floating in the air. It's, by the way, these are pretty decent photoshops, most of them, but they just don't make sense. It looks like she's like dropped in front of this background of the Mercedes.
The lighting is different.
Yeah.
The lighting is different on her than it is on the background.
Yeah.
Yes, Seekers, we believe this woman in these photos is artificial intelligence. AI systems do not like hands. Looking at most of these photos, we noticed that her hands were missing nails. When we compared most of the photos side by side, the woman is also making an identical facial expression, and her makeup looks exactly the same. We also think that the videos that were sent to Israel were deepfaked. For the first time in Scamfish history, we have our first artificial romance scam.
We actually want to talk about the website.
The website is legit, by the way. It was created, let me go back. It was created back in 2001. It's still active today, so it's been around for 20 plus years. We know who owns the website. The only thing that we found was that it didn't have the best reviews. It wasn't the most reliable.
What about my
No.
username?
No, none of that is legit. So what this person did was they masked behind this real company, which is bitco.com. Judging by, you not being able to get access to the website through a browser and only through your phone, tells me 100% that this website that you've been using is fake. And not only that, what they did was they had you invest into Cash App. So basically what they did is they took this name, and then if you look in the top left-hand corner where you type in the website, it's missing IT. So it says Bigo, and they created like an off-brand version of BitGo. And basically what this is what's called a pig butchering scam. And Emily had you send money to her personal Cash App, to her personal Cash App Bitcoin wallet. And then from there, they went and fixed the numbers on your, profile on this fake app that you've been using.
Man, this stuff is getting scary. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, we are in some dark times. As much as social media is valuable, you also have your downsides of social media. Like this AI, artificial intelligence, is scary, man. Like in this situation, this woman that this man been talking to is not real. It's a fake woman. And he been sending this artificial intelligence, so to speak, real person money. And he been getting bamboozled, like he even said.
So none of that $30,000 is not real. This is, you've been scammed.
Israel, do you know what a pig butchering scam is? Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, I watched a video on pig butchering, and I was hoping that didn't happen to me.
So basically, this is a type of romance scam, right?
Yeah.
So you meet someone, they instill trust in the relationship early on, and then they present you with an opportunity to make money, to make profits, and they'll share with you a trading crypto site, so to speak, or an app that you need to download. And in the beginning, they'll create trust by having you withdraw a small initial amount, and then
That's
you
what she did at first.
that's why I asked you, because then they're building trust, and you can see the profits, and you were able to pull the money out. So now you're trusting that this process is working. And then after that, they'll have you keep investing, and later on she'll never release any of that money.
So Israel, they do try to make it seem as if they're helping you, and then they also do make it seem like, seem as real as possible for you, because they're trying to extract as much money from you as they can. And the reason why this woman initially reached out to you was to get you to send money to her Bitcoin wallet. That's all it was. The numbers that you're seeing, the $30,000 on that app that you're using, they're just numbers on a screen. They're literally think of a calculator with $30,000. It's not money. There's no money there. It's gone.
She's just showing you what you want to see.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you suggest I tell Emily when she texts?
I don't know. What do you want to tell her?
I don't know. There's so many things I want to tell her, but it's like,
Israel, I want you to just remember that you're probably, most of the time, you're talking to a guy. Just always get that in your head. Like, yeah, this lady hops on the phone with you and talks to you, but always put it in the back of your mind that you're probably talking to a male most of the time.
It's not Emily, it's Edward.
okay.
Well, Israel, I appreciate your time, man. Thank you. We're gonna reach back out to you and get you this report, and then I'll do another checkup on you maybe tomorrow or sometime early or later on this week. I think your story is so powerful, bro, and I'm so glad you're able to just switch your life the way I think I've probably talked everybody's ear off about you, bro. So, this was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for hopping on with us. Thank you for reaching out to us and trusting us to be able to even research this stuff. And if you don't have any more questions, we're going.
Yeah, man, y'all are the bomb. There's a scripture that comes to mind that says, "You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." I appreciate y'all's time and effort tremendously, and reach out whenever you can. I'll be here.
If you're looking to find out the truth about your online lover, don't hesitate to reach out to our email, sharemystory@socialcatfish.com.
Man, this was just crazy. You want to know the first initial red flag was this person texted this man and he said, "Oh, you got the wrong number." And then she said that, "I want to get to know you." Like, that should have been the first red flag that you was like, "I'm not texting this number back." But he insisted on texting this number even though he said that was the wrong number. So he got himself into a bad situation. But I'm glad that he reached out to these people to get a clear understanding that this person is not real, that they're an AI, because it could have got a lot worse. He could have been losing $20,000 by this AI, this fake person hyping his head up, because you notice he wanted to pull out money. He's like, "Oh, I got enough money, I can pay off my bike." But then the AI was like, "No, keep going, you gonna make more." Little do he know, he giving this person money. And it's sad, man. Like, whoever created AI, I feel like it wasn't a smart idea, because I really feel like AI is going to take over. And I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I honestly believe this. In the next 5 years, you're going to be having men so desperate that they start to develop a relationship with an AI robot. And that's very sad to say, but look at the times we're in. You got these men that don't have confidence in themselves, and they out here paying for these OnlyFans chicks, and they just want some type of validation that a woman that looks very attractive is giving them attention. But it's actually the total opposite. And also, you got to be careful with today's time that we're in as far as online dating. You got to get to the point of we got to meet in person. Because nowadays, you might be talking to an AI. You might be talking to somebody that's a catfish. Someone that's not actually the person behind the pictures that you are receiving. So you have to get straight to the point of we need to meet in person. Because I'm not about to be talking to you for a whole entire 6 months and I ain't never seen you a day in my life. And you expect me to think that you are the person in the pictures that you are sending me? No. So that's just some tips on approaching online dating, because you got to understand we in different times. Online dating is very, very popular. A lot of men, a lot of women are going on these apps looking for dates. So y'all got to be careful on the internet. It's very, very tricky. But that's all I got for you guys. And make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'm gone. Peace.